From the moment he hears the alarm
Iceberg, right ahead!
to the moment of impact, Titanic's first officer Murdoch has only 37 seconds to avoid disaster. In 1912, Titanic is the biggest ship in the world, and yet in 37 seconds, her fate is sealed. Why? Why does the alarm come so late? Do the lookouts fail to do their job? At Maine Maritime Academy, cadets are using a state-of-the-art bridge simulator to see if they can avoid the iceberg in 37 seconds.
That didn't work.
Veteran Captain Charles Weeks has been studying Titanic for years and teaches an entire course on her sinking.
We'll reset it and let you try that again.
Okay. When you turn the wheel on a car, the course change, to use our term, is instantaneous. When you do it on a ship, because she's traveling through a liquid, there is a time delay.
Unable to change course quickly, Titanic needs adequate advance warning to clear the iceberg. So why does her first officer have only 37 seconds? That's exactly what a U.S. Senate investigation in 1912 attempts to find out. Lookout Frederick Fleet is one of the first men to take the stand.
They asked him how far away the iceberg was, and he replied that he was no judge of distances. And yet he was the lookout for the Titanic.
One of the most potentially disturbing details of that night becomes apparent right away. There are no binoculars in the crow's nest.
Fleet was asked, "Did you request binoculars?" Answer, "Yes, we did." "What were you told?" "We were told we couldn't have them."
Without binoculars, how can the lookouts perform their duty? The cadets try again, this time with an advanced warning of 500 feet.
But he made it by. What this says to me is if Murdoch had had some more forewarning, he probably would have made it.
The simulator tells these cadets that if the lookouts sound the alarm just a few hundred feet earlier, the ship might be saved. So would a pair of binoculars hanging in the crow's nest have made a difference that night? Retired lookout David Haseman, whose mother was on Titanic, weighs in.
With lookout duties, they speak about binoculars, which is something people bring in with the Titanic. Why weren't there binoculars? You get a bigger window with the naked eye than you do with binoculars. They've got enough gear on the bridge to define what that object is. We're not navigators, we're lookouts.
The tragedy of Titanic cannot be blamed on the men in the crow's nest. For men who spend their lives at sea, it's common not to use binoculars. Titanic's lookouts are doing the job they're expected to do, nothing less.